You, Lexis,
Nice.
thank you very much.
And thank you
Hi to
too
your
for coming
listeners.
along with Rebecca. Rebecca Adofo, I'm a guy sales relationship manager. How are you, Rebecca?
I'm doing well.
Thanks a lot for coming by as
Thank
well.
you.
So we need to actually understand the whole concept of insurance from your perspective and why my listeners should actually even take up an insurance policy in the first place. So maybe you can start off from there.
Okay. Thank you, Lexis. And a very good afternoon to your cherished listeners. You know, every aspect of our life has a bit of risks. And it's because of the existence of these risks that we need to take insurance because insurance is a risk transfer mechanism. When we talk about insurance, it's a means of ensuring that you and your family are protected financially against any loss in the case of uncertainties or when the unexpected happen. And normally, when you take an insurance, you are given a policy, and that policy serves as a contract. And that contract is a legal agreement that binds both the insured and the insurer,
Okay.
expecting them to abide by certain terms and conditions. So that in the case of any loss, then the insurers, come in to indemnify or put you in the state you were before the loss occurred.
Okay. That's great. And since we're exposed to a lot of risks, it means that it's important that we look at taking an insurance policy for different aspects of our lives, right?
Exactly.
Our cars, our homes, and whatnot. I think that's what maybe people mean by we should make insurance the Ghanaian way of life. Is that what it means for you?
Very well, Lexis. Good afternoon to your listeners again. This year, the Ghana Insurance Association is running a reorientation campaign. We want to get Ghanaians to see insurance as nothing that is remote, but as part of our daily lives. Just as Ghanaians, as a culture, we attend funerals, birthday parties, and weddings. We need to see insurance as part of that because for all these events, risk is present.
Yeah.
Just like people walk to a vendor to buy Momo, to do a Momo transfer or buy an airtime card, that is how you should see purchasing of insurance. So when we get to a point where we are reoriented, that insurance is part of us because risk cannot be dissociated from us, then insurance becomes our way of life. So we are reorienting ourselves, we are educating ourselves, and we are creating awareness that insurance must be part of our daily life.
Yeah. I mean, from my perspective, I mean, when I look at the data regards to insurance penetration, I think it's low.
Very
And
low.
it's important that we actually amass a lot more people in the fold.
True.
And this is actually hampered by a lot of misconceptions. So from where you sit and your experience, what are some of the misconceptions you hear?
Right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So most people think insurance is expensive, especially when we have a lot of economical responsibilities that we need to take care of. Insurance is the last thing that normally come to people's mind. But then when you look at the value of, let's say, your building and the premium that is you are expected to pay, if you don't take insurance and the unexpected happens, you should know that all the burden comes to you and it's something that you have to avoid. Also, people say that insurance are just in for the money. We are thieves. We come with a smiley face. We promise you one thing, and then when there is a claim, we are referred to the terms and conditions. But then insurance is a contract, like I said.
Yeah.
And those terms and conditions have to be read and be understood so that you know exactly what you are being covered for. And then when there is a loss, you know exactly what you are being indemnified for. So
You
when
have to repeat that part. Those
Yes.
terms and conditions have to be read.
Exactly.
Yes.
So once you understand that and you also know that you are protected, as when there is a claim, you know exactly
Yeah.
what when there is a loss, you know exactly what you are claiming for.
A lot of the time, people don't read the terms and conditions.
Exactly.
It's like when you're on the internet and it comes, agree. You scroll down to the end and agree.
Exactly.
You need to know exactly what goes into it. So if you're listening right now and you're taking up a policy, it's important that you go through it as well and see exactly where you also have a liability. Because I think
Exactly.
sometimes the person also insuring has a liability at some point. Anyway, I'm happy we're talking about this. But from your perspective, what are some of the risks that you insure against?
Right. So in our daily lives, one which is very common is the motor vehicle insurances. It's mandatory and it covers accidental damage and also gives you cover for third parties who may be injured or properties that may be damaged as a result of your use of the vehicle accidentally. But then the Insurance Act of Ghana makes certain other insurances compulsory. Then we can talk about the fact that commercial fire insurance is compulsory. So for every commercial property, it is mandatory to take a fire insurance policy.
Right.
Public liability insurance is mandatory because you have people coming into your building who are not employees. If these people are third parties, should any of them come in the building and accidentally get damaged whilst on your premises, your public liability insurance is supposed to take care of them. Then we can talk about the professional indemnity for people of certified professions, medical doctors, architects, accountants, and the like. They're supposed to have the professional indemnity insurance to cover them in the event where a negligence on their part creates a loss. Then also we can add now the marine insurance, which makes every item imported into the country or exported out of the country requires that it should be insured in Ghana, not overseas. Insurance for marine is to be done in the territory of Ghana.
Right.
So anything you import or export, make sure you have a marine insurance certificate to cover it.
Okay.
Yes.
That's great. Now, tell us why SIC PLC should be the choice. Tell us about SIC Insurance PLC.
Right. SIC Insurance PLC is the foremost indigenous insurance company in Ghana. We've been around for 6 decades and counting. We have taken the opportunity to insure virtually every major asset in Ghana before, from state-owned properties to the properties of private individuals. And over the years, we've proven ourselves out that we have the financial muscle to pay adequate claims. We have highly experienced and diligent and professional staff across the divide of the insurance industry who therefore ensure that we do prudent underwriting and every legitimate claim is paid for. Moreover, SIC has a nationwide coverage. Yes, and the biggest the insurance company who has the biggest employment within the insurance industry. Yes.
Wow.
So we are indeed the first choice for you.
SIC Insurance has to be the first choice for you if you're listening to us right now. Maybe you can share with us any special products that you would like our listeners to know about so that they can actually reach out to you ASAP.
Right. So, Lexis, the flagship product of SIC we want to put on board is our homeowners insurance policy we call the SIC Home Plus policy.
Okay.
This is a unique policy created by SIC. SIC was the first to introduce such a unique composite policy because this is a policy jointly underwritten by SIC PLC and SIC Life, our sister company.
Okay.
The product covers your home for against fire and all the allied perils named, i.e. windstorm, flood, tornado, and the like. We also covering you for burglary. In the event where any item within the building is stolen through forceful entry, you are covered. We also make provision for rent. Should your house become uninhabitable because of a fire outbreak, we have provision for rent where you can rent a house of equal status. Stay there until your house is put in order.
Wow.
Then, if you keep cash in safe or out of safe to a maximum of 20,000, to a maximum of 20,000 Ghana cedis.
I like how you stressed that.
I know the times we are in. So we can cover you for that. And then there's a family personal accident policy in there.
Okay.
That guides against accidental injury or death that comes the way of any member of your family. And also legal liability that a third party can bring against you as a result of the loss that has occurred. There's a life element. Rebecca will take that one.
Okay, Rebecca, tell me.
Additional to that, we also have the life element that takes care of your life as well as death benefit. And it also covers 13 critical illnesses. So talk of cancer, talk of stroke, kidney failure, and many more. You are covered because we will give you that financial assistance to support you when these incidents occur.
No, this is good. For those who want to sign up right now, how do they reach you?
Lexis, by virtue of technology now, you could even sit in the comfort of your home and buy a homeowners insurance policy. So if you log on to SIC's website, sic-gh.com, you can find detailed information about this product. We have our e-insurance portal which is a link created on the website. Click on it and you can input all the required information, pay by Momo or Visa, and you will get your electronic copy of your document. Physically, you can visit any of our branches nationwide. We are also up on the digital stream, Becky.
Yeah, so on the digital screen, we have Facebook SIC Insurance PLC, we have Twitter SIC Insurance PLC, LinkedIn, and WhatsApp. And you can contact our social media assistant, IRA, on 0555 441485.
Good stuff. I'm glad that you're everywhere and you're in tune with times as well. Thank you so much. Any final words before we wrap up?
Lexis, we want to say thank you to the Ghana Insurance Association for creating this platform for us to educate the public about insurance, and we are believing that this will help to increase insurance penetration. I want to say a big shout out to our Managing Director, Mr. Stephen Kwame Oduro. We say, sir, we salute you.
All right.
And we also want to assure the general public that with SIC, our insurances, our promises are sacred, so they should feel free to join the SIC family.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. This has been good. I'm happy you came by today. Thank you.
Thank you, Lexis.
Madam Rebecca Adofo Amega, Sales Relationship Manager, and Mr. Erwin Kofi is Deputy Head, Sales and Marketing, SIC Insurance PLC. Stay tuned in to Joy 99.7 FM. There's more right here on your super station. I'm sure now you're convinced that you need to get one of those policies from SIC Insurance PLC. Our promises are sacred.
Joy 99.7 FM.